Hey guys, we have another tailoring event going on. The last time I ended up not using the footage just because I thought it was going to be this like series of days worth of clothing events. It did say that we could collect once per day, but now they've fixed it and it's still once per event. But these events are coming along so quickly that it's actually pretty easy. You know, it used to be you had to wait like a solid month to be able to do these so frequently, but yeah, we've been getting a lot of these tailoring events. So this is pretty exciting for me. I'll be able to get my helm to level 8, my weapon to level 8, and I'll be able to make a pair of level 7 wings so that the next time that this event comes along, I'll be able to make level 8 wings. I do have enough charms and things for this. Whenever I go into Wild Shop, I'm done with my Advanced Academy now, so I use all my kyanite to buy charms and cores and things. So with that said, there's also an identifying event, but I'm not sure I'm going to bother with that. Let's see here, special tailor. So for the hat, they really spread them around this time. Last time they had them all kind of sort of neatly put together, but so I'm assuming 1, 2, and 3 are the armor, hat, and weapon. Similar rewards to last time, so a lot of charms, and only for level 7 and 8 do you get clothing back, so you need to be a little bit careful if you're worried about getting pieces of clothing, which aren't that hard to get through events and things. You know, just know that you're not going to be getting pieces of clothing back here, you're just going to be getting wings. And then I assume Special Tailor 4 is wings, yes. And so for wings I'll get up to level 7, which gives a ton of nice stuff. So I'm just going to be getting a ton of these Eternal Longing packs and a buttload of wings. So oh, and actually a good chunk of gold, which is great. I'm hoping that before the self-equipment enchantment events come along, I can have something like, well, I would really prefer like 2 billion gold, but you know, okay, I'm gonna settle for like 600 million. So trying to hoard that up. My guildie Robin was saying that she never really cared to hoard gold until this self-equipment enchanting came, so it really is insanely expensive. Oh, I need 2. So I don't need to pull out my wings, but I do need to pull out my weapon and my helm and unequip those. So clothing synthesis, we can go ahead and do the weapon. Level 8, and it's a vampiric, and we can do the armor after. Here I'm just going to use charms for the whole thing. I know some people are super risky with this. Smartass was just telling me that she synthesized 2 pairs of level 7 wings to make the level 8s, and I'm just not that ballsy. I'm clearly much more chicken shit, and so I am not willing to do that. I'm just going to use charms. And we have these 2 level 6s, and this costs a ton of charms, 80. To make a pair of level 7 wings, so level 8 I'm sure is going to cost 160, it doubles each time. And so yeah, there's the black dragon wings. Cool. Okay, we can go ahead and collect on those. So there I used charms. Last event, which I wish I was able to show it in a nicer manner, I didn't use a lot of charms. I actually synthesized a lot of things, just you know, with some failure but quite a bit of success, of just synthesizing things without using charms, and it worked out for the most part really well. Okay, so there's the custom wings up to level 7, and there we go, weapon. I get all 8. This is awesome. They're really giving a lot of chests out now with the tailoring event, which I find interesting to say the least. Oh my god, that is a lot of wings. Let's see here. More wings, 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 wings. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so let's go back into clothing synthesis. So I don't need to bother with these. So yeah, the armor, we still have to go. So what I can do is I can just try for like level 5 armor or something. I can synthesize, well, no, I'm almost at the point where I have, well, eventually I'm going to need a lot of charms, so I should just try and not use them now. So there's a level 4. So I'm going to go ahead and try and make 2 level 4s, and then synthesize them together and make a 5, hopefully. So that failed. And so let's see if I can do this. Try again. And there's a level 5. Okay, so here I would recommend, you know, previously I've done it where I used something like a level 5 and a level 6, but probably lower level, like a 4 and a 3 or a 3 and a 2, and they make the next level. But here, the rates are usually like medium or fair or something like that for oh yeah, medium is for 6 and 5, but if these were of the same level, it would probably be fair. So I don't really know what those words mean or how they correspond as far as rates go, but I would go as far as to say that you should probably have 2 things of the same level. The exception maybe being if you just use cores. So, you know, I guess I can just do this as an example. So you can just use cores over and over again and, you know, try and get these to like level 3 or something. So I would do this probably next time, you know, I'll make some high level weapon. Not high level, maybe like 5. But I would open up boxes. But usually what I would do is get these to like level 3 or 4 using fashion cores, and then start thinking about synthesizing 2 level 3s together without charms, and the rates are pretty good. So I did fail one of those armors, but you know, there is some risk there. You know, charms are a huge cost, so if there are ways for you to get plentiful amounts of level 1 clothing without having to you know, go too crazy, that's definitely a thought. You know, you can trade for these pieces of clothing, especially, you know, if you get a lot of boxes from like a mount training event or something like that. You can start thinking about if you want to commit some resources to getting good clothing. That's one idea. So with that said, I can collect on the armor rewards up to level 5. And jeez, okay, well, there's the wings. Don't really want to spend a ton of time synthesizing those together for the video, but I would recommend, if you're in my position, to just start synthesizing these together. And for me, I'm not going to use cores. I'm going to use these cores probably to do some nice stuff with my clothing identification. So maybe that is worth showing. Let's see here. There's a clothing ID event going on right now, so let's go ahead and start with the helm. And that's not identified, so I can use gold until then, but I'm sad because I don't want to use my gold, but that's okay. Alright, so that's identified. I'm going to go ahead and refine it here, even though I usually do these more incrementally. So that's 4 stars, that's good enough for me. So I'll think about going back in and maybe trying to get some of these 3 stars to, you know, 4 or 5. But that costs a lot of cores, so you need to have a lot of cores spare before you start thinking about making what you've already refined better than it is. I'm going too far. So identify, come on. Some people actually like it when these fail a lot because it means that they can get more rewards, but for me, I don't think the rewards are really that good, so Oh my god, this is... Did they change the rates on these identifications? This is the most I've had to... Okay, well, got it to identify. So this cost me 4 cores. Okay, so I got a 2-star, which there's a very good chance if I refine this again, I'll go down to 1 again. But I'm just going to go ahead and refine it. I have previously in a video, explained it, which I still 100% believe in, that when, you're first starting to do this stuff, just refine everything once. So you identify it with gold, and then you refine with cores once. Do not go crazy. If you only get 1 star, it's okay. Because there's a very high chance that this will actually go back down. And I've done this personally. I had a couple hundred cores last event, and when I first started out this video, I didn't have nearly as many, so I thought I wouldn't do that, but since I got so many from the event, I have some wiggle room here. But do not do this until you have a ton of cores, and you've at least refined all of your items once, except for in my case, I won't do this with a weapon. So with a weapon, I have plenty of plenty of 2 stars and things like that, which I'm not going to mess with. But for things that have more important stats, so like armor gives defense, so that's important. Intellect for me as a mage, that's very important for the helms. And then endurance is not bad as well with the wings. So yeah, this is definitely for players way down the line who have an abundance of cores, and this is, really just for cash players. Alright, so that's amazing, and this is like the worst at, I'm not going to dissuade anybody doing this just by showing that. But anyway, I was actually expecting that it to go down to 1 star and me having to do it again. But so it's very lucky. Got 5 stars on it. That's great. I'm very happy. But at the same time, for the sake of illustration, I'll do another one of these at some point. Probably after I identify and refine the wings. Just a ton of cores to make these better than what you want them to be, what they are. Okay, so let's identify these guys. It's so funny that I ended up getting it. So refine it with 4 cores, so it's at 3 stars. So for me, I'm more interested in getting some of my more intellect out of these things. I do have a lot of endurance, and I do like the wings. But for me, I'm more interested in milking as much out of intellect and defense as I can. So I'm going to go into my helms and start looking at the nicest of my items. So here are all my S assessment stuff. And I have all of them but the singular headdress at 5 stars. That was a product of me using a lot of cores last time. And so I'm not going to bother with that. The singular headdress is at 4 stars, and so I can probably get more improvement out of something else. So later on, I'll look at the A quality items there. But let me take a quick peek at the armor. So these are all 4 or 5 stars. Okay, so in this case, all of my not SSS, no, why do I keep saying that? My S quality items are at 4 or 5 stars. So I'm going to start looking at the A quality stuff and seeing if I can improve those. For me, I think it's just better. There are bigger gains in the higher quality items. So let's go ahead and I guess we can start with illustrious look. So I'm going to refine. I'm just betting that this is going to go down. I have seen it go from 3 to 4 stars and 3 to 5 stars, but usually it goes down from 3 stars. Well, I don't know how many cores I have, but I'm guessing, yeah. Okay, so it went down to 2, and let's see here. So, again, refine may increase or decrease the item stats, so it's not the most pleasant thing, but here we go. Okay, so that went up to 4 stars. So start at 3 and end up at 4. That's good enough for me. But just recall that, I refined that once already to get the 3 stars whenever I did that a long time ago. And so that's 4 cores. And then I did another one, and I lost stars on it. It went down to 2, so that's 8 cores total. And then one more time, and it went to 4 stars, and that's 12 cores. So in total, I've spent 12 fashion cores on this one piece of clothing. So it's a very, very high cost. So you don't want to be doing this until you have an abundance of cores. Alright, so we can try it again. Down to 2 stars. Sometimes it jumps all the way down, so it's not just a 1-star loss always, but unless they've changed it recently. Alright, so I got that one to 5. So again, I spent 12 cores on this one piece. So this is actually going really well. Sometimes it'll just go down more. So let's keep going, see if my luck keeps going. Oh, so went from 3 to 4 stars there. That's pretty nice. Nocturnal Helm, I always like this one. I wear it quite often. Okay, so down to 1 star. And went up to 4. So that's pretty good. You know, sometimes I'll go back and forth between 1 and 3 stars a lot. So, there we go. Down to 1 star. And up to 4. This is a really good... I almost feel like doing everything, because I feel... Maybe I'm gonna run out of luck anytime soon. Alright, up to 5. Wow, this is a really good day. I should do this with you guys all the time, because apparently it goes over really well if I'm recording to show other people. 2 stars. 1 star. Oh. And 4. So that would be 4 times 4 times. So I've spent 16 cores on this one. So a little bit more expensive than the others, which... I only ended up doing 2 extra on. So my intellect definitely going up. It's probably gone up like, not 100, but close to it. And let's refine you. Down to... Oh yeah, so I went from 3 to 2 to 1 to 3. Try one more round on this guy. And up to 5. So at least made up for itself eventually. So I guess we can do this Angelic Helm. And after this I'm going to check how I'm doing on cores. Oh, okay, so 3, 1, 3, well, okay, I lost track of what I did there, but uh-oh. Okay, let's give this one more try. Alright. Well, maybe I'll leave that one alone, just because I feel like I've spent a lot on it. Well, I can keep going. I have like 100 of these. Never mind. It's fine. Thought I had spent a lot more of them, but... Oh, please. Alright, 5 stars. Alright, so now all of my A quality items for the helms are up to 4 or 5 stars, so I'm just going to leave them alone. B qualities, you know, they only cost 3 cores, but they also only go up to plus 24, so I think I'm just going to go with the armor now. Let's see here. So, wedding attire. Very good. Alright, nice. So, okay, so I've at least had like one example. Wow, that's really good, going from 3 to 5. So this is just bizarre, and so I'm very pleased. Do not take my surprise as a sign of displeasure. I'm just mortified that I'm actually doing a video of this where it's going well, because I thought it was going to go terrible. And I thought it was just going to be a warning to everybody not to do what I'm doing right now until they have some abundance of things, but anyway, it's okay. So maybe I just make this the last piece. I think that's good enough. Yeah, A. Let's see here. How many more pieces of A clothing do I have? 2. How many cores do I have left? I have 49. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave the cores alone because I might want them to help synthesize up level 1 pieces of clothing later. So I think that's plenty. Let's go check out the rewards for clothing identification. So I identified 70 times. So maybe I can do a little more there because I need to do 2 more and then I can get 1 more reward. But for now it's fine. Oh, it's a single click? Oh, come on. I don't understand why some of them have the bulk collects and then they just decide, oh, some of these you're still going to have to individually collect. So I get some cores back there, some EXP, which is, I don't know why they do that. It's just annoying. Just there to annoy campers. Get some gold back, which is nice, and some of these boxes. So other than that, I don't think it's really worth trying to organize my bags. This is kind of a nightmare right now. So a lot of pieces of level 1 clothing, but let's just try. In total, I gathered up 302 of these boxes, so we can see if I got some camels. I had 20 coins of ancestry. There's 1, 2, something in blue. Maybe I got another coin of ancestry. Let's see here. I didn't see anything in purple, so I don't think I got a camel. Let's see here. I got a Hades seal, and I don't think this is enough Mahra to be announced. Some divinity souls and some self equipment shards, which is just like my Wartune life now is just collecting self equipment shards. I feel like I get those from everything. So that's about it. So yeah, not bad. Those also give some. I think these whips might be from those boxes also, or maybe not. And soul seals. So pretty good. I can pop on. It's not going to quite match. It's going to look a little funny, but so I've got my level 8 pieces of clothing now. All level 8s except for the wings, which I'll get next time, and I can start working on level 9s, which will give me level 9 eventually means that I can get the Emperor's the Emperor style outfit, which I'm looking forward to because I think this hat is absolutely ridiculous and therefore I want it. So things to look forward to or aspire to. These events really do help out with how one, frequently they come in, and they also give back a ton of clothing, particularly the wings, which I guess is just to encourage us to buy charms, which really exclusively I've gotten charms through the Wild Shop, which has been really nice and making all the clothing stuff a lot more tolerable. So thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you guys made a little something. If you can get like a level 1 piece of clothing out of the exchange, then that's still nice. You can build it up with cores or something like that, just to get a little bit of the rewards out of this event. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and so take care and have a very good day.